So what I've been doing lately is I've been taking a bunch of photos and then I kind of stitch them together and create kind of a panoramic scene. And then I'm painting the paintings from the panoramic scene. I'll just start with one little panel like that, and then I might, stick another guy over here, maybe somebody over there. So these are built with, different. They're basically 8 by 10 panels, and when the paintings get to the size that they want to be, basically I wait for the paint to dry a little bit, and then build a structure on the back and clamp it, glue it, and just start going with developing the painting. When I came back from grad school, it started out in '95 with me just looking for a space, and there weren't any. The only place in town really was down on Pierpont, the old art space, and you could get on the list there, and I was like 211th. So I started looking around. There was a guy who would sublet a little part of his warehouse. And after a couple months, this guy, he had some financial troubles, and he went bankrupt, and he was kind of leaving those of us who were subletting from him hanging. And so I got looking around the building, and I thought, well, there's 200 other people at least who are looking for studio space if I just divided this thing up. So that's what I did, and it turned out that about as quickly as I could build them, and they were built with, like, I don't know, they were built with whatever was around. It didn't even occur to me that you needed a building permit or a contractor's license. The city at some point informed me of that. So this time we actually bought the building, and that was 2006. And did it all right, had an architect and blueprints and the whole 9 yards. A couple of artists working. It looks like Dale. We have about 50 artists right now, and we have 40 studios currently. The idea of opening up the studio a couple of times a year, that just kind of developed over time. We did it one time and it was really fun, and then we decided, well, let's do it again. And that started out mostly as just other artists coming and seeing what we were doing, and then they brought friends and they brought friends, and it's kind of developed into a pretty cool scene. When I was an undergraduate here, I remember a guest artist coming, and one of the art students asked, what advice would you give to a young person living here in Salt Lake City? And the person said, move. And there have been a whole bunch of artists who've done exactly that. Really good artists, a whole bunch that were in school with me. They've gone off to Seattle, they've gone back east, they've gone to California. I think that that's changing. I think that there's also a feeling that actually Salt Lake is a pretty cool place to live. There's things that are peculiar about it in the ways that everybody knows are peculiar about it. But there's things that are really awesome about it. I think that it genuinely is developing and becoming much more of a vital art scene. In the last decade, I've seen it change a whole lot. So I'd like to see the artists connecting more with the public, and the public kind of realizing that there's a lot of really talented people making terrific art.